to the cloud. Hello and good evening, everyone. How are you tonight? Happy Thursday evening. So glad that you're here. I'm going to start in 1 minute. I've got some people as co-hosts, so if you could just continue to let people in, please, when you see them. They're going to be in the participants, so you'll be able to see them. So my name is Barbara McCubbin, and a lot of people know me as Barb. And I've been with this company, with the Skinny Drop PartnerCo company, for about a year and a half. And let me, as I'm talking, I'm going to share. Let's see if I can do this. Not that one. I'm going to minimize that. There we go. And I'm going to share, and I put this here just to hold it because I didn't know how to get to my pictures. I don't know if I can click on that. How come that's not allowing me to click on that? So there we go. Who can see my picture? Can you see my picture right here? Okay,
We can
good.
see
Thank
it.
you, Gerving. Thank you. So this was me. I was a stroke waiting to happen a year ago in April. And my doctor said, Barb, you've got to get that 50 pounds off of your body, as well as change your lifestyle a little bit, go into diabetic counseling and get on statins. And I didn't want to do any of that. I didn't mind changing my actual lifestyle. So Randy and I made a decision during Easter of that year to just give up wine and rum and cokes. That was the first thing because that was something that happy hour was real. And we said, well, we'll just give that up for a couple of weeks and see how we do. Well, we decided to do that. That really worked very well in giving up that part of the lifestyle. Didn't realize that my sugar addiction was coming from wine and rum and cokes. So I actually got a little desperate after my doctor said, Barb, you need to get the pounds off. And I decided to go ahead and take one of the shots called the semaglutide. And my body hated it. I had inflammation and really a lot of fatigue. And I was nervous to have another one. So I just said, God, what do you have? A wonderful woman who is my dear friend for about 6 years called me the next day, randomly called me. Her name is Hilda. She's a naturopath, acupuncturist, holistic tincture maker. And she makes her own homeopathic medicine. However, she needed something for her practice, and she was looking for something holistic for hormone balancing and weight loss. So I got on a call very much like you did to learn more about what these drops were all about and what the company was all about. I got the drops into my body, and as you can see, it really was pretty remarkable. 6 weeks, 13 pounds released, and 14 weeks, 21 pounds released in this picture. And I'll see if I can bring up Randy's picture. There it is. He started the drops right alongside of me. And COVID really put a little stress into our lives. So we were very, very stressed. Financially, we were stressed and we were building our own home. So we put on the weight because of the hormone imbalances. And so he got on the drops, and this picture, he actually released 28 pounds, but he's actually down 36 pounds. He looks like a different man. His restless leg syndrome is all gone. His sciatica, chronic sciatica while driving is all gone. He doesn't have a lot of discomfort anymore. And he was bone on bone in inflammation on his knees, and he doesn't have that anymore. So he doesn't have to have knee surgery anymore. Our lab works are normal. My A1C went down. My doctor is very, very happy with the progress about, let me just see if I can get this a little bit wider, but no, I don't want to mess this up. So if everyone can see my screen, I'm going to start sharing a little bit about this company, who we are, and about our Slenderize drops, because it's really been life-changing. Our company's name is Partner.co. We are definitely better together. Two human beings named John and Darren partnered together about 3 years ago. 5 years ago, they met in Puerto Rico at a church. Darren moved with his family to Puerto Rico to retire. And that's where he met John at church. And they were both deacons at the church. They actually moved in the same neighborhood. They became instant best friends. Their wives were best friends. Their children played and they became best friends. And John actually was a very successful multimillionaire in Tahitian Noni Company. Going through COVID beat up a lot of people, including Randy and I, as well as the Tahitian Noni Company. So they partnered with three other companies, but they were still struggling. So about 3 years ago, John went to Darren, who is a Wall Street guru, and said, could you take a look and see why we are still struggling? I think we're going to have to go through chapter 11. And so Darren looked at it. He's, like I said, a very successful business owner, buyer, and seller. Has started up many successful startup companies and sold them to high, like Bumble. He has a beautiful story about bumblebee tuna. And it was a fisherman's story, but we'll talk about that another time or ask somebody to send you that story. It's beautiful. So, anyway, Darren actually said to John, let's partner. We do everything together. We do missionary work. We're just going to partner together. I'll buy the four companies and we are going to start changing lives. So they did. They brought over 100 products, not all of the products from the four companies, just 100 of the products, all multi-billion-dollar industries. So we have immune health, reduce inflammation, nutrition, collagen, better sleep, gut health, athletic performance, stress support, clean energy drinks. But we're going to talk about our flagship product, Slenderized Drops. Why? Because it balances the hormones, helps to support healthy weight loss, and increases your energy. And I'm going to talk about them more. Because a lot of people are vitamin B12 deficient. A lot of people can't even absorb their nutrition because their gut is not healthy. These drops really do rebalance the hormones, get the gut healthy, and then the body can start absorbing whole foods and other supplements. So we start everybody on the drops first and with other additional recommendations as well. So I want to speak a little bit about Dr. Ray Strand. He's our chief medical officer, and he has been with the other company that came to PartnerCo. So he wrote the Slenderized Drops, and it did not have the hormone balancing ingredients in it until John and Darren brought over 70 homeopathic and holistic doctors to PartnerCo, and they reformulated the Slenderized program. It was created with a diabetic doctor for diabetic patients to help with insulin resistance and getting the weight off so that the body can get out of insulin resistance. So Dr. Ray Strand partnered with these 70 doctors and added the ingredients for hormone balancing. And I like to tell the story briefly. Dr. Ray Strand was just a pharmaceutical doctor. I mean, he was a regular GP and he was trained on pharmaceutical medications. He knew nothing about nutraceutical medications until his wife got very, very sick, bedridden sick, in fact. And so someone had actually said, please give her supplements. She's really nutritionally starving. So he did, and she got really, really much better. She got out of her sick bed, and he did a lot of research. And as a result, now he's all into nutraceutical medications, and he's written world-renowned books called What Your Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutritional Medicine May Be Killing You. So he took a 180 degree into nutraceutical medications. We have pharmaceutical grade supplements, highest efficacy is in standardization, FDA approved labs. Now, our products are not FDA certified, but because we are in FDA approved labs, what's in our ingredients, in our bottles, in our supplements is definitely in it. No white labeling, no fairy dusting, no synthetic fillers, okay? Because we have 1,000 annual clinical studies and over 215 published clinical studies as well as the testings. So all of our ingredients, all of our supplements are created by doctors and backed by science. So as I had mentioned, we're going to target on the slenderized drops because a lot of people are just not, their hormones are not balanced. And I didn't speak life into that first slide, and I apologize. Let me go back to it real quick. But if you have any one of these slides, hot flashes, any one of these symptoms, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, fatigue, weight gain, food cravings, night sweats, headaches, low libido, mood swings, you might be suffering from hormone imbalances. And the number one cause is stress related. So, what we have in these bottles are ingredients that are going to help calm the stress, calm the food chatter noise. So, in bottle number one, you're going to shake up that bottle and you're going to measure it out and you're going to put it under your tongue and hold it, the measurement under your tongue, because you have vessels under your tongue and you have a mucosal lining. So, the ingredients get absorbed into the blood system right away as you let it sit for about 10 to 30 seconds. You swallow. Now, typically you take it morning and noon and dinner time. You can take it 10 minutes before these meals. If you don't eat during the day because you're fasting, get the drops into your body. It doesn't matter. Just get the drops into your body. If you forget to take them, get them in anyway. And then you wait 10 minutes and then you're going to take bottle number two. You're going to measure that up, put it under your tongue, and then hold it for 10 to 30 seconds and then swallow. Now, if you're going to eat your meals, go ahead and eat right after you swallow from the Accelerate. The SlenderX ingredients, those are that's going to balance the hormones, and it's got 11 homeopathic ingredients to calm the food chatter, turn on the metabolism. It's really amazing to help with all the cortisol that's going on to quiet that down. And then the ashwagandha, the vitamin B12, and in the Accelerate, a lot of people are vitamin B12 deficient. That's why when they take the Accelerate, they actually have sustainable energy because of that vitamin B12. It's methylated, so it gets absorbed into the body. A lot of people who are B12 deficient usually have to take injections because the capsule forms of B12 get destroyed in the gut. But because this is under the tongue, it gets into the bloodstream. And then the ashwagandha is amazing for moods. It's going to just calm your nervous system. It's really amazing. So these are all safe, natural, and effective. They do not have stimulants, and it's hormone free. So what it's going to do is it really does help balance your hormones, okay? It's homeopathic and it helps to curb the appetite, increases your energy as I spoke about, and it's going to turn your metabolism back on. My goodness, you're going to start burning that food that you're going to be eating. It boosts your moods, supports your thyroid so it gets the body going so it's not sluggish, and it helps stabilize the blood sugar. A lot of people are reversing their type 2 diabetes with their doctors, of course. And I got out of insulin resistance as a result of these drops in no time at all. We pair the drops with an approved low glycemic foods list. And it's really important to follow this foods list, but we share with everybody. Don't beat yourself up. This is a new system. Just get the drops into your body. The drops will start working. And do the best you can in the first week or two to select choices as much as you can. This is not a caloric counting. This, you can eat as many calories as you want from the approved list, avoiding the foods to avoid right here on this list. You have a little booklet that comes with your drops. You read through it, and then you have protein, vegetables, condiments. We choose Primal Kitchen because we like to read the ingredients and we stay away from spiking the insulin, spiking the blood sugars, and try not to have sugars. Now, liquid stevia and liquid monk fruit are okay. So if you have coffee, you can have that. Fruits to have and fruits to avoid, you can have apples and of course have the really good brain health avocado that's good fats, the blackberries, blueberries, fruits to stay away from are the melons because they're high in glycemic. Now I'm going to share a couple of before and after pictures of our favorite people. Um, well, actually, it's just a few of our people actually here, and they're friends of ours. This is Kristen Doyle White. She's on the board of athletic council here at PartnerCo. She had her second baby, so you can see she had put on a little bit of postpartum weight and everything. She had a hard time getting back into her rigorous athletic body. I mean, she's pre-Olympic status athlete, okay? So she got on the drops and she got her CrossFit gym body trainer body back in no time at all. And then she started sharing these drops on social media and in her brick and mortar building. And she was able to pay off $400,000 worth of debt from just sharing the drops. Now, this is Ursula. She's a homeschool mama of six, a family of eight on one income. So I don't know about you, but that would stress me out. So she got on the drops. Her blood work went down. Her belly, very much like mine, went down. And in no time at all, she was able to make a second income bring a second income into her family's lifestyle. And so her children didn't have to go without Christmas presents, or she didn't have to charge her Christmas presents anymore. She actually paid for them with her cash or debit card. This is Alan, just like my husband. You know, men have hormones too. And my husband was able to release weight twice as fast as me. He reached his goal in 4 to 5 months. I'm still working on my goal, and that's okay. But men, they have hormones. My husband had man boobs just like Alan. And in no time at all, he reached his goal. And he looks really amazing. This is Misty. And in 6 weeks, what's really remarkable is not only did her belly go down, much like mine, a lot of women carry their hormone imbalance belly right in the front, like I did. And it's insulin resistant belly as well. But look at her face. You can tell in just 6 weeks that she's absorbing the foods that she's eating because her eyes are nice and clean, her skin is nice and bright and healthy and vibrant looking. So in just 6 weeks, your body is changing at the cellular level. Now, this is a lady that you would never think that you would approach, right? Well, Robin is in her early 50s and she had daughters, twin daughters that had multiple seizures during each day. So Robin would go for, sugar. She had sugar cravings, so she would go and have sweets and then her wine at night. And she was a stressed out mama, so high cortisol. But what she did is she got on the drops. She noticed her body shifting, so she decided to do something that was on her bucket list. She started working out, and she won a bodybuilding competition, and she put on muscle weight. So she did actually put on weight as opposed to lose weight, but it was muscle weight versus, fat or anything like that. So this is Dr. Crystal Vance, and what I find remarkable about her story, because everybody has a story, everybody is uniquely different. But she's a chiropractor and she yo-yo dieted all of her life ever since she was a teenager. She even had bariatric surgery. She's tried everything, every single diet under the sun. And so she found the drops about 5 years ago, got on the drops, and she's lost more weight than she currently weighs right now. So her last over 100 pounds, she has kept it off with the drops and everything. She sold her busy chiropractic office, and she's president of our board of our wellness committee here at PartnerCo. We love Dr. Crystal Vance. She shares a lot of her golden nuggets to a lot of the people. She has a Facebook page with over 70,000 people, and she and other holistic doctors are helping answering questions. So this is Terry and Ashley. So whether you're going through menopause like Terry or Ashley, stressful situation. She was the caregiver to her mom who actually did pass away, but she was very stressed out, put on 20 pounds, got on the drops, released the 20 pounds. And she's doing fabulous here at PartnerCo, sharing her story and earning an income. And then Terry, she's actually got on the drops and released 35 pounds. So I say all of that, and you're here to learn more about these drops. And the first way to actually get your drops, if you're ready, whoever invited you here this evening, you can reach back out to them and say, I would really like to try the drops. And you're not only going to get your box of drops and have your own product experience, but you're actually getting the person that invited you here tonight to keep you accountable, share some great information, and help answer your questions. Geez, this isn't working, or whatever the question is. You have a personal, um, you have somebody that's going to personally share some information with you over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now, if you're here and you see the bigger picture like I did, because I knew it was an answer to my prayer, and I have been in the industry for several years on other platforms. And I said, absolutely, if I knew that this was an answer to my prayer, let me look at how I can not only get them at 30% off, but also share these because I know that they're going to work. So I opened up my virtual business for just under $30. I got a replicated website, I got a back office, and I got a lot of tools and training. And Susan Cameron and Susan Frank, some of our top leaders, took me in under their wing and taught me everything I know. And so there are some pack options. PartnerCo actually incentivizes people who want to share with their friends, family on social media, or just share and buy a 4 pack, 10 pack, 30 pack. But this is the first way. You have 4 boxes, and if you sold all four of them, you can profit about 297, investment of 371. You keep one for yourself, you might your boxes are free, and you could profit about $100 to $200. So that's the first way that you can start your drops. So then if you have a spouse like I did, I do, excuse me, we bought a 30 pack and we both were able to get on the drops for the next how many months going forward. But we would sit with you if you're definitely going to be looking at this as a business, let's say. You can turn your social media into profit in about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. We would sit with you, show you our plug and play system. I didn't know anything when I came in. They showed me exactly what to do, plus where to find what I needed if I forgot. And I went to work. I posted day one, and I got about 40 messages day one. Barbara, tell me a little bit about the drops that you're going to start, because I said I was going to start something new. And so people were asking me because I said it's about weight loss and hormone balancing. And people knew me. People knew me and they said, Barb, what are you doing now? And we want to know more about it. So I was able to sell 30 boxes in a week. It was really remarkable. But here's your next way of coming in. It's 880, and we sell them at retail to our customers at 167. We get them lower price because if they went to our website, they actually would pay almost $200. So because we buy them in bulk, we can get them to our customers at 167. So you keep one for yourself and you profit after you pay your investment off. You're going to make about 1,670, and you would profit about between $650 and $700 if you keep one for yourself. This is how I came in because I saw the bigger picture. I had the income coming in, and I decided to put it on a credit card because I knew that I was going to pay it off in less than a month. So it was a this is a $2,500 investment, and I started posting twice a day on social media, and I made $5,000. And so I paid off my investment in a week, and then I pocketed $2,500, although we did actually keep 2 boxes ourselves. So it was less than 2,500. But it was really remarkable. I needed another 30 pack. So I enrolled somebody and I said, hey, listen, I pay the $29, get your drops, and I need 30 boxes, so I'll give you a business. And that's what I did with 2 people. So in 3 weeks, I had 90 customers and made $9,000 by enrolling four people and selling and sharing these boxes. So it was really remarkable. This has been really fun. I mean, last year, a year and a half ago, we were rubbing nickels. We didn't even have a kitchen. We didn't even have a toilet system. And we did, thank you, PartnerCo, get a new kitchen last year. And this year, we're actually in a new home because of the work that we've done now for a year and a half. I'm going to stop screen sharing, come back to you. And let's see, I want to zoom that up. And I'm going to, there we go. I think we're okay. If there's anybody, I'm going to read the chat. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you're just asking about the recording. Yes, once the recording is out, I do put it into the different team groups and on Legacy in Motion. You can grab them there. But if people need it, just ask me. I'll send it to you. Is there any questions this evening on the guests that just are here to listen in? What's the next step is probably the next question, right? Get with your the person that a friend that invited you to listen to the information this evening, and they'll walk you through on which choices to choose from, whether you want to be just a customer right now or you would like to make a little money to pay off your Christmas debt that is just next week, right? And we can show you how to do that. You come in with a 4 pack, a 10 pack, a 30 pack, and we will show you how to make money to pay off your Christmas debt or to just earn some extra income for your children's sports or maybe a trip you want to take or a rainy day fun, whatever it is. So just get back to the person that invited you and they can help you get started. So thank you so much for coming this evening. I'm going to stop.